Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Beyond.a.ball podcast. It's your host, Ian. Joining me, as always, is Jay White. And today we have another special guest, one of our listeners, Merrick, will be joining us today. Merrick, welcome aboard. Thanks for joining the pod, and listeners, thanks for listening in.
Yeah.
Justin, Merrick, how are things going?
Go ahead, Merrick. You're the newcomer.
Yeah, Merrick.
Thank you guys for having me. Things are going well. I'm excited to be here. Ready.
Absolutely. Merrick, for our listeners, those who aren't watching us on YouTube, Merrick's a Italy fan and is rocking an Italia kit. So shout outs Pat Leah. I know you're always rocking the Azure, so I know you're happy. Justin, how are
Always
you,
got to
bud?
represent.
Bold statement coming on the show with an Italian jersey, but it's better than seeing Ian in his England jersey right now.
I'm not in my England jersey right now. I'm on my Chelsea zip up. We'll get to England later. I'm fucking like
We got
my week couldn't get any worse.
we got Chiesa on the back here.
Wow. It's a good
That was a
kit. It's a
that was a
good
good
kit.
kit.
It's our star boy, and they won't even call him up anymore.
Yeah, they won't play him. It never made a lot of sense. What the Italian Football Federation is doing in general right now is kind of,
It's corrupt.
yeah, it's head scratching. Justin's rocking his USA t-shirt.
Just
USA
gotta
6 points.
keep it going.
Yeah.
Not much to say over here. Just build with confidence over here. Ian, I asked how you're doing, but we all know the answer, and I'm gonna let you get into that a little bit later into the
I'm
episode.
okay. I mean, I'm
Oh,
okay. Honestly, I'm getting a little tired. There's a lot of football to be watched, and I feel like I've been watching all of it. Like, I feel like I'm in pretty locked in. I don't know about you guys. Justin, I think you're pretty much at the same. Merrick, I don't know
yeah.
about yourself, but I
I've
am.
had the screen open at work every day, every match.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
I'm losing sleep over here. I'm like watching matches I never thought I'd be watching, like betting on like overs I never should be betting over, but it's been good. So, getting on to it, we have a few different topics today that we will be covering, all World Cup related. The first topic that we'll be going over is contender or pretender. Jay White's got a list of teams that he will be going over, and we're going to give our thoughts whether or not we think these teams are contenders or pretenders, basically. Are they going to be able to live up to the hype that they're making, or is it just hype? Next, we're going to get into our biggest winners and losers of match week 2 so far, all encompassing teams, coaches, players, Thomas Tuchel's fucking decision to not bring somebody who can break down a back five,
This is why I
not
asked
bring
how you were
down
feeling.
a Maverick who can score. When you bring one scorer and no one else, and they lock down the one scorer with three center backs, then you're not going to score. So we'll get into the biggest winners and losers, and then we'll go through our power rankings, the top 10 teams so far from this World Cup. I got a few. I got a few interesting ones up there for you. I think you listeners are really going to like it. And yeah, but without further ado, fellas, anything before we dive into it?
Should we check your blood pressure before we start? Are you okay?
No, you know what happened? I was a little bit tired before this episode, a little bit. So I brewed myself a nice strong cup of Joe because this is, I knew I was going to need something a little spicy for this one. I couldn't go into the episode and give our listeners after an England draw to Ghana without, getting my best effort. I had to be on my A game.
Fair enough.
All right. Justin, contender or pretender? Give us our list and let's go one by one through the teams. Let's not and listeners, I have not seen the list yet, so you're gonna get a live reaction from whatever he says.
All right, first team we're gonna go with is Germany.
Wow.
So contender or pretender, and I'm putting the definition of like having a chance to win the World Cup. If not win the World Cup, be at that final. So that's my definition of contender and pretender. So
Hmm.
they want to take the lead? You want me to start?
I
Ready
think
yet?
they're a big time pretender personally. I mean, I was watching the game against Ivory Coast this weekend. Their defense looks weak. Way too many holes. It's like fucking Swiss cheese. Ivory Coast was all in the box. If they had respect, if the Ivory Coast had real fucking players on their team, they would have fucking thrashed Germany. There was six chances, sitters from the PK spot. They were missing left, missing right, missing over the goal. If that's any competent team, Germany's losing by 5 goals. They're terrible. I don't think they're good this year. They'll win the round of 32. They're not getting past the round of 16.
Whoa. Hot take. I think he dropped more F-bombs than Ian's dropped in an episode so far.
That was impressive.
And I love the energy right away.
No, I
What do you
mean, as a guy who does like the German national team, I do agree. I mean, they didn't score their first goal until the 68th minute, and that lineup that they have of really attacking force that's supposed to be attacking, it's not scoring. Kai Havertz isn't doing much. Musiala, he left the match early, as did Leroy Sané, who's showing some signs of age. Florian Wirtz looks, he looks pretty, but no end product on any goals. And I do think he's better when he's playing attacking midfield as opposed to out on the left. So yeah, I would right now label them as a pretender. And I think the defense, yeah, to your point, Merrick, did look a little iffy. If you look at the XG, it's almost close-ish to equal. But yeah, I mean they looked a little slow. A little slow. Ivory Coast, though, you got to give them they are a very quick team. Diamond, Ahmad up top, both very fast. Um, but yeah, no, I think I'll give them a pretender for sure.
Yeah, I went Contender. Screw your guys' pretender picks.
Okay.
Uh,
That's wild.
obviously, to me, like two different types of teams they played. Obviously, they won that first game 7-1. Looked very dominant. Then obviously they just beat Ivory Coast 2-1, like we said. But to me, like they're showing like, and this is what I like to see from teams like this, like they can bury a weaker team, take advantage of them. They are one of the few teams that has destroyed these weaker teams in this tournament. And then when it comes to a more physical and better overall team, that's tight. And that game was very tight. That game could have went either way if we're being honest. Both teams had chances.
Well, Ivory Coast could have been up multiple goals.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, but they were still able to get that win. And the reason I think they're a contender is because of the balance of the team so far. They've shown goals, they've shown control, and they have ability to survive in closer matches. And I understand it's only through 2 games, so it is hard to really look at them when you've played two different opponents. But I think right now, I think they're contenders. I think it'd be different when they play more of a heavyweight team. Uh, Ivory Coast isn't a heavyweight team, but they're a good team. They're a good team. We can't
Yeah.
say they're bad. They're a good
Yeah,
team.
no, they were a solid team. They were, I
And
mean, they played
They're
well.
solid.
yeah, and I disagree with your guys' defense statement. With you have Kimmich as outside back. I still think Kimmich is one of the best outside backs in the world. You have Ta, who was at Bayern Munich this year, who had a very good season. I didn't think
There's
he was
something about
awful.
him. Hold on, let me pause there. There's something about him because apparently when he plays, well, not apparently, these are facts. When he plays in the Bundesliga, he's very good. When he plays outside the Bundesliga, he's not very good. When he plays European competition, he does seem to be exploited a lot, as does in international play. Maybe he's just a factor of very good Bayern Munich defense. I'm just saying.
And
Uh,
when I was talking about holes on defense, I didn't mean players because obviously Germany, they have big name players that play at big name clubs. What I meant by holes, the scheme or strategy that they have defensively looks way too open. They don't look
Yes.
compact. They leave way too many gaps. And I think regardless of what players you put there, if that's the scheme that they're playing with or the strategy where they keep it that open, a team like France, a team like Argentina, even in Norway, with one of those top finishers,
So
they'll thrash them in that area.
it's interesting that you say that. Have you looked at the heat map from their recent match against the Ivory Coast?
I'm not.
The majority of the time on this heat map, well, all of the midfielders, so all the holding midfielders, are on the attacking side of midfield, as is their left back, Nathaniel Brown.
mhm.
And that's the majority of the time. Kimmich, I would say, looks to be pretty split between kind of hanging around the midline. And the only two players that are really back are Ta and Schlotterbeck. And even in this heat map, they're both. Schlotterbeck actually looks like he's playing more of a left back in this heat map. He's making 49 touches at midfield. Schlotterbeck. So, yeah, Merrick, to your point, you're going to get beat on the counter when you're that high up because they're not fast. So when you go against a France, when you go against any of those elite teams, that's why I think they're a pretender. I think that defense, when you start talking about France, that's on that side, Colombia with
Oh,
Luis Diaz, that's on that side, Spain, I think those guys are all going to run past them.
No, that's fair. Fair enough. Next one. I think we can all agree on this one. Argentina,
Contender.
contender.
That's right, baby. Wh- What did I say? What did I say on that podcast about Messi being the best attacking midfielder in the world?
He's
And what
not the
was he
best.
gonna what
He's not
was
the
he
best
gonna
at
do at
that.
the world? What was he
He's
gonna
not
do?
the best attacking midfielder in the world,
Okay,
just
he
to let you
plays
know.
right
But
wing. Yeah, he plays right wing, but basically he's playing attacking midfield. 5 goals.
okay, and don't forget about
World
that
Cup.
missed penalty kick.
Yeah, so it should be 6. Could be 6.
Should be six. He still shouldn't be on the field for this game. He should still be
Oh
suspended
my
another two
God. Yeah,
more
they're
games.
they're they're contenders for me. Honestly, after seeing what's been going on, I'm not gonna say that I think they'll win it, but I think they look in my head, I was a bit iffy. I was going in a lot of talk, but I was like, what is the rest of Argentina going to do around him? I knew he was going to play, but let's see if the rest was going to play around him. And they're servicing him like I've never seen that anybody
Yes.
but like they're doing it well. They're not breaking down anything around like they're playing around him, and that's the game plan, and the game plan's working well, if that makes sense. It's not
Yeah.
like when Portugal in game one were just trying to feed Ronaldo and it just wasn't working, but they just kept going to the well and they had no plan B if that didn't work.
Yeah.
Um, I also don't, I think, anyway. But yeah, no, I think they're a contender. I think they could make the final or the last four.
I think whenever Messi's on your squad, you're a contender.
It's really hard. Not like he looks so darn good, but I want to see him against the top of the top.
I don't think he's gonna fold because he has
No,
pressure
I don't
off.
think he will. He's so
He
good.
two Copa Americas, a World Cup now, everything internationally and on the club level is accomplished for him.
I
He's
wonder if they
playing
sit him on
he's
Friday.
playing with house money at this point. He's just playing for fun.
So they play on, I'm trying to see. Oh, they play Saturday night against Jordan. I wonder if they sit him. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Sit him and I mean, they'll probably beat Jordan and you could start Julian Alvarez, who, let's face it, he's pretty damn good in his own right.
Yeah. He freeze again?
He might have frozen again.
I
Oh
think so.
no, Justin.
Oh, he's back.
This
Oh, he's
is
back.
it's getting annoying. Argentina contender.
Yeah, contender.
I don't.
Perfect. Yeah, Justin, you didn't miss anything. I was just going on about Argentina and yeah, how they're a contender. Son of a bitch. Oh, oh, maybe. There he is.
This is getting really annoying.
No worries.
We good?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're good.
waiting on
Yeah,
you.
I just think again when you have Messi on your team, as much as the hate for Messi for me is very high, and what he's doing for Argentina is just something special. As long as he's on top of their game, as long as he's on top of his game, they're just very hard to beat. And like you said, you can see it. They look very they don't look chaotic. It's like they've been in these games before. It's a similar team from the last World Cup. So with that
Right.
going on there, it's an easy contender for me.
Bingo.
Chemistry is also at an all-time high over there. I mean, the whole team
Oh,
respects Messi.
abs
Where it's an issue,
abs
in my opinion, with Portugal. Like, I feel like the respect isn't there as much, and it creates some problems
They
internally
fucking love
within the
Messi,
team.
man.
Yeah,
They like to call him the GOAT. Like they love him.
yeah.
Team guy? Justin, next team.
USA, and I will start here.
Okay.
Contender for a run,
Okay.
not contenders to go to the World Cup final, but contender to make a deep run in the tournament. And like a deep run for me here is quarterfinals, possibly semis, depending on the teams that they pull. And obviously beat Paraguay 4-1, beat Australia 2-0. So far, they've handled the pressure very well. They're scoring goals. Their defense has been better than expected. A little couple little flukes once in a while, but I think right now for the US is this momentum is really starting to build, and you can really start to see the US fans really start believing that this team can really make a deep run. And I think this is the first time we've had fans like this understanding it. But to me, the ceiling is going to depend on what happens when they face a top tier team. Like if they played, I'm just giving you an example, if they played Spain in the round of 32 and they beat Spain as an example, I would say they have a chance to go all the way. But I think it's gonna depend on that.
If they beat Spain.
That was just an example, a top tier team. They're not going to
I'm
play Spain in the round of
I just
32.
I just wanted I just wanted to hear. So the way it looks right now, I'm not going to say anything yet. Round of 32 looks like they'd play Algeria,
That's a
and then
win.
the round of 16 looks like it'd be Netherlands or Morocco.
Yours is completely wrong because they just came out with it yesterday and said we can play Bosnia and then play like Qatar. Don't believe the foot mob thing.
Okay. Well, if you were to give me Algeria, Qatar, Bosnia, I would say yes. I'll take the USA in any of them. You know what? I could see them going, for argument's sake, yeah, round of 16, I could see them making it.
Yeah.
I could see them contend for a little bit of a run, make the
So
round of
right, so
16.
right now, I'm just saying your list is very bad because it has us playing Algeria, and then we would play the winner of Egypt and Czechia, and I would take US over either of those teams right now.
Yeah, I'm just showing you what Batman had. But yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
well,
mean, I'll
this
still,
this is what foot mob says, buddy. It's hard to say.
you got to go to the next. If you go to the next one, it slides them all over. If you slide to 16, and then it moves all the teams up. Anyway, yeah, no, let's not get caught up on this. I got them contending for a run not deeper than around a 16.
That's fair.
Merrick, how about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think they actually look like a football squad now. I mean, in the past, the US was they would advance, but they were holding on because of great goalkeeping performances or little like breakthroughs. Not necessarily all luck, but they would have to have their key moments to get through. This year, they're a team that's just dominating so far. They're handling the teams that they should be handling with ease. Like Coach White said, they have their slip ups still. They have their moments where the US,
Coach
but
White.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Wow, there it is. And you're right though, Merrick, they have been dominating. And I like what you said, the team that they should be. Because I think people are getting hung up that they're seeing them scoring all these goals and like, oh my God, we're so good. No, they should be doing it against these squads. Let's not get that twisted. They're not
and
great. These are
yeah,
teams they should be doing it against. I'm not going to minimize that they are playing very well,
But didn't you
but
say Australia was going to beat them?
fuck off. Not going to minimize that
in
they're
your
playing.
England squad just tie Ghana though.
But
Get
if
them!
I'll tell you this though, I think USA Ghana. I think Ghana beats the US.
Okay, let's go to the next team before I lose my mind. That is a dumb argument. Just because England just tied Ghana doesn't mean we would lose to Ghana.
That's how it goes.
We
But
also
I
tied
didn't
you
make them
guys in the
lose.
last World Cup, didn't we?
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
with a much shittier team. All right, next team, Japan.
pretender.
Pretender. I think it's a nice story. I still don't think they have the piece. Again, if we're talking about contending for the World Cup or even contending for like elite eight, last eight, I don't see it. I don't think they have the striking power. I don't care what it looks like now. I'm sorry. I don't think they're going to go out and beat like a Spain or a top-notch team and really make that deep run. Right now, I think they are very much on their way as a footballing nation of doing so, the way that they're continuing to grow. Again, for them, I could see a round of 16, but I don't think they're going to beat that round of 16 team to make it to the last eight.
I think too many people are getting hung up on that Netherlands game because it was 2-2. But I was reading a lot on that game because I
It
actually have a
was very
bet.
counterattacking.
I bet on the Netherlands to win the World Cup pre the whole thing. So I've been keeping up with them a lot. And the fans and everybody, the Netherlands stopped pushing. Like once they went up 2-1, they kind of
Mm-hmm.
sat back and let Japan hammer, 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 and they finally broke through. Whereas against Sweden, Netherlands looked like they switched their mojo, and even though they were up 2-1, 3-1, they or what was it, 3-0, they just kept pumping them in, and wouldn't. Yeah,
Call on me, please, Merrick. Call on
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah,
My hand was raised. Fun fact, when the Netherlands lost their World Cup match against Germany, they did the same thing. Then a 1-0, then they sat back. That's how they play. That is how they
yeah,
play, which is why I wasn't at all surprised when Japan, when they were down 2-1, like you said, they were not gonna. I was like, yeah, it's gonna happen because you
yeah.
can't play that way against Japan because they're too fast. Um,
I will say, I think it's pretty impressive. I
oh,
saw a
100%.
stat today. The Netherlands have not lost a World Cup game within 90 minutes since
We're just on in the Netherlands. We're
2006.
bouncing around.
What team are we
Yeah.
talking about right now? I didn't get my chance to talk
Well,
about Japan.
yeah. Japan's terrible. We get like they're terrible.
Okay. Well, I have Japan as a contender. They're not a fluke anymore. They're very technical, they're organized, and they don't panic against these bigger teams. If you go look at their results from friendlies before the World Cup, friendlies over the past couple years, and obviously friendlies don't mean as much. If you look at in the last World Cup in 2022, they're beating these big name teams, and they're always being considered that underdog feeling, that underdog name, but they're comfortable playing anyone, and they could beat anybody. I don't care what you guys say. We got to stop putting them as their shit because I can see them making a deep run and maybe contenders, me going a little bit too far, but they're a team I wouldn't want to play.
I
I
think
thought
it's
the
a,
whole
I
thing
think it might
was
be a little too far.
I thought
It
for
might be a little
contender
too.
it was going to be you see them in the finals. Now we're just taking everybody on the USA route. Oh, they're
Right,
contending
that's what
for a
I'm trying to
run.
think. I'm trying to think of
Okay,
Japan's
like
so
not.
putting.
sorry, I lied. I can see them in the World Cup final. Okay, now let's go to
Okay,
the other.
fair enough.
Let's go to the bottom of my list now. Netherlands, since you guys basically said screw Japan and we went
Pretender,
we skipped them.
pretender. I think they're. I think the Netherlands are a pretender. I think the 5-1 was more of a fluke than the 2-2. I think there's a somewhere in between, but I think they're too old. Again, if we're talking contenders winning the World Cup, I don't think they could win the World Cup, nor do I think they could finish in that semifinal match. I think there's better teams. I think, again, if we're talking about contender in the true sense of the word, I think there's better teams than the Netherlands.
I have 0% Dutch in me, but I'm going to say we here because we are making this run for my money. Contender all the way. When you got Van Dyke holding down the defense, anything's possible.
Oh,
Anything's
jeez.
possible. Yeah, he wasn't in form at Liverpool this year, but how many guys have not been in form, come to their national teams, and they play amazing?
That's very good call.
I don't know. Can you list a
It's
couple
true.
for me?
I mean, everybody was saying the MLS is a Sunday league. Bet you Coach White was one of them. Messi pops out to Argentina, has a
Coach
time.
White.
Same thing. I mean, I was gonna bash Ronaldo on this, but clearly he figured it out
Yeah.
today. 2 goals. He's playing in the Saudi league. You got other like there's other names out there. James Rodriguez on Colombia. God, I haven't even heard his name on the club scene in almost a decade. Not that long, but for a long time.
Yeah.
And he's every time he puts on that Colombian uniform, he's a different player. Completely different player.
No, that's true. And Ian, before I tell you if I have them contender, pretender, I just want you to remember the last episode, you said that the World Cup final will not include two powerhouse clubs. So I'm just thinking we're going through this entire list, and
Hmm.
I have not heard one
It's all right.
team.
You'll get to it. You'll get to it,
Okay,
bud.
if we get to it,
You'll get there. We'll get
Netherlands,
there.
Netherlands contender.
Love it.
Easy 2-2 draw against Japan. Good game. Statement win against Sweden. And Sweden's a good team. I have them as one of the dark horses in this tournament, but they just came out. Gakpo was good. Brobbery up top was
Mm.
fantastic. They
Yeah,
still have
he
that
did look good.
attacking. They still have that attacking power, and we know Gakpo wasn't very good for Liverpool. But again, I think this year so far he's been good for Netherlands. But right now, I think the way they're clicking, if they're on all cylinders, I think they can beat anyone.
Okay.
But if they have that one chaotic game, then I think they just go a different way. But I think if everything clicks, they'll be okay.
Mhm.
All right, next one. Let's go to It's Not Coming Home. Go ahead, Ian. England.
England.
England. What do we have here?
It's a pretender.
Go ahead, state it.
It's a pretender. It's you know what? It's a fucking pretender, and it's a gosh darn shame because we said before we came into this that he brought too many defenders, he brought too many old players, and right away match two it shows. Right away when England cannot play on the counter and they have to play technical football with players who can really score, guys who can create something out of nothing. They do not have that player. And they didn't today. 0-0 draw. They're on 4 points. They'll probably still finish top in the league, but that's the blueprint. If Ghana can do it, any other team in this tournament can do it. They can do the same thing. You have two guys again in Madueke and Gordon who started. If they can't play on the counter, you can pull them after about 10 minutes because that's it. That's it. If they can't run, if Noni Madueke cannot run by somebody, he's no better than a pub league player. Let's be perfectly honest. Like he would suck at like five-a-side if it was just pure tactics or technical ability, right? And then if we look at the middle of the field where you have an attacking midfield position where typically you'd have a Maverick, Jude Bellingham, I continue to say it, is not that player. He's not a scorer. He is a box to box player. He's not a scoring midfielder like a Morgan Rogers is, right? So I think they're pretenders because they don't have that scoring threat. The 4-2 looked great, but the 4-2 was open. The 4-2 was counterattacking football. That team is great on the counter because they're fast. When they cannot play on the counter, they don't have the pieces to kind of pick it apart. So, unfortunately for me, again, pretender.
Yeah, I have Pretender as well.
Today took the air out of everything after the 4-2.
No, I
And
agree. And
I can't listen to anybody say, "Oh, well, they look good." No, no, you don't look good when you're England playing against Ghana and you're drawing 0-0. I'm sorry, that doesn't look good. I don't. It's not a good draw.
I
You're a
think I
tournament favorite.
yeah. I
The
think
fuck?
the only way things change, I think, is the formation to me. And again, it's hard to judge off two teams. One team was fine going at England and playing. The other team was Ghana was more fine with just sitting back and getting a point. But like a game like today, when you have Elliot Anderson and you have Declan Rice both playing that six, I think it's unnecessary
Doesn't make any
because
fucking sense.
with those attacking options like we talked about, Madueke and Anthony Gordon out wide. I'm looking at the ratings right now. Madueke was a 6.5, Gordon was a 7 somehow. But to me, they don't have any dangerous attacking power in that final third. And Madueke,
This isn't Neymar, Messi, Suarez in your top
yeah,
three that you could drop seven behind.
and I thought Madueke put some good balls in, but they just weren't dangerous. And if Kane's not having a good game, which was off today, it definitely looked a little bit more frustrated. They're not going to get many goals. The only goals I can see, if they're not all, is maybe off a corner or something like that. But they need to switch up the formation. Maybe you take out one of those wingers of Gordon and Madueke, and then you put maybe a Morgan Rogers at the 10 or something, or play two up top, go with Eze, just switch something up because the two sixes didn't make sense for me today.
Tell me it's not like you're watching Arsenal.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I said it was gonna be like watching Arsenal. You got five Arsenal guys in your starting lineup. Well, it's gonna be like watching Arsenal. It's gonna be slow and boring. And when you saw the 4-2, now you see
It's
what
true.
Arsenal. Yeah, this is Arsenal. So let's see what they do game three. But I could see this again. Like I said, I forgot what team it was in the Netherlands. I guess I don't think it's a 4-2 team, and I don't think it's 0-0 necessarily. I think it's somewhere in between. But I think it's like a 1-0 team. Like they're a 1-0 squad. That's what they are. They win, lose 1-0. They lose in the knockout rounds on penalty kicks. That's what they do. What we do.
Yeah, I think
What we do.
I think they're the Dallas Cowboys of international competition. They every single competition, whether it's the World Cup, it doesn't matter, right? It's their year, it's their year, it's never their year. They always fold, they lose, whether it's in the final, whether it's in the semifinals, doesn't matter. I just don't think they're going to get it done. I think the pressure is still too much for a lot of the guys in the team. I don't think they look good enough. I just don't think they're going to get it done. So
Not
pretender.
with this squad. Not with this squad, for sure. I agree.
Agreed. How many more teams you guys want to do?
Let's do two more.
Two more? Okay, we'll go. Let's do three. And if we want to go fast on the one, because I think three of them are probably on the border of what you may have. Brazil.
Contender. I still think they're a contender. I think they still have the squad depth and the quality. And I think they really look really good in this second match. I think they will beat Scotland tomorrow, I believe that is, or tomorrow.
Mhm.
I,
It is
I think
Yeah.
tomorrow.
they'll beat Scotland. I think we might be in for a similar result. Maybe not a 3-0, but I could see them winning that 2-0. I think they look pretty solid. I think they played Morocco well. I think Morocco looks really good as well. So I
We're
think that
next
was
on
a
them, so save
yeah, I
that
think
one.
that was a good 1-1 draw against them. I don't think that was a match that's a good 1-1 draw. That's a match that could be, around to 8. So I'll take that.
On
I
on the
like that.
Brazil side, I'm not going to really. I'll say I'm 50-50. I haven't watched enough of them in this World Cup. They're actually one of the teams I missed both games for. So I'm not going to give an opinion yet because that draw, like you said, good draw.
It's
It's
a good draw.
Morocco. It's a big
Good
game,
draw.
but I didn't see them in that second game. I know they won easily, but I kind of just want to see how they play tomorrow to make a final decision on that. So I'll just put them in the middle. I feel like it could fall either way.
Well,
Yeah, first half was I think like
yeah.
3-0. It was over in the
Uh,
first half.
I have Pretender.
Okay.
I don't think they're a team anyone's scared of anymore. I just don't think they're as dangerous. I don't think teams need to sit back on them anymore. And I especially now think with Rafinha going to be out for some time with this hamstring injury, they're definitely losing an important player.
Neymar.
Yeah, go ahead, bring him back in. It's not gonna do
Neymar.
not gonna do anything. I just think without him that it's gonna be hurting them. And I don't trust anyone on their team to show up when it really matters.
You
Vinny
don't trust
Jr.
Vinny?
Vinny Jr. in the first game when they tied Morocco had one moment was that goal. Besides that, didn't really do anything. The Haiti game, they dominated the first half, and then second half they kind of just decided to sit back and keep the ball. And besides that, I don't think they've looked really good.
I don't think they've looked really good, but I think I like the way they're trending. I'm gonna stay with my pick.
Okay, and we're
You
gonna
got
move on.
Morocco next.
Yeah, so then we'll actually do two more, but we can go through quick because I forgot there's two other big dogs.
Yeah,
Morocco.
I'll do Morocco quick. I got them as a contender. I think the way they looked, I might have been short on them after match week 1. I think they looked solid match week 2. I think I'm sold on them. I think they're really, really solid, and I think defense, when it's that good, can win championships. So yeah, give me Morocco. They could score a bit too.
I say pretender, and for one reason only: the Hakimi allegations. It's a bad time for those to come out. It's a really bad time for those to come out. And I'm not saying they're true. They may not be true, but it's a bad time for those allegations to come out.
All
That's
right,
fair.
maybe a little squad friction. Jay, what you got?
I have Contender. I just think their defense is just strong. They can win games 1-0, and
Yep.
they're comfortable doing that because
Yeah.
that's kind of their style of play. Like we said, the offensive power isn't very strong. They don't have as much attacking power as these other teams do, but their defense really keeps them in games, and the back four is just solid together. And because of that, they all say defense wins championships, but this back four is very strong.
Yeah, sure.
All right, last two. We go over these quick. Spain.
Contender. I think they're still a contender. I think they didn't look great match week 1. I think we might have piled too much on them about them not looking good. They shut us up this week, and Spain is Spain. I think those players will be just fine.
Yeah, same way, contender. I mean, they also weren't at full strength in that first game. I know it's still they sh-
I
that
don't think Yamal's even starting all the matches. They'll be
it's like they
just
still that should never be a draw for them, but
Mhm.
they weren't at full strength. They pulled out. They went in their second game full strength or almost full strength. I don't think Nico Williams started in that game, but yeah, they definitely showed up in that second game.
Yeah. As much as I want to put Pretender, I think again that first game was kind of maybe just getting used to the atmosphere and I guess United States, I can say. Then obviously, like we talked about last
getting the
episode
boots wet.
without Yamal and Nico Williams, and those are two important players for the team. But
Yeah.
I think they'll get comfortable and they'll be a uh, Contender. And the last one before we go into the next segment, Portugal. I'm going with Contender
Of course you are.
again because if you're gonna go Pretender with Portugal, you have to go Pretender with Spain because it's similar things. Both teams dominate. Both teams really dominate the first game, and then second game both showed up. And I think today, if you're able to watch the Portugal game, they really showed the
It
world
whooped their ass. Yeah. I mean,
when they're clicking together.
it was
They're
Uzbekistan, but yeah, yeah, they're a contender for me too. They're too good. They're too good. They're too deep. Again, I think the first match was more of an outlier than it was a truth.
Yeah, I hate Ronaldo, but I have to give him a contender.
The rest of the team around him is just too good, right? So you can
Yeah,
hate Ronaldo as much as you want,
yeah,
but
the
if he's going
team's
to get
there. They
nine
have the team.
shots, he's still going to finish some of them. That free kick today with Nuno Mendes kicking it though instead of him, that was sweet. I don't know if you guys saw that.
yeah.
Yeah, I did. I
That was
did.
good. Good free kick.
They were all with each other today, Portugal. Like there was
Right.
no
Yeah,
When they're with
individual.
each other, that's what I'm saying. When they're playing like that,
Yes, they're hard.
that team could win the World Cup when it's a cohesive unit.
they have to put the egos aside, though.
Because that midfield, like we said, is the best midfield in the world. It's the best midfield three. You need that midfield. I mean, hell, that whole team is
Yes.
damn good. All right. Anything else on Contender or Pretender before we move on?
Now, did you want to just say it real quick because they're host nation? We got to give them respect. Mexico, Pretender,
Pretender, pretender,
Pretender,
Canada,
pretender.
Pretender. All
Pretender.
right. Why
Okay,
are they even on that list?
just because they're host nations, got to give them respect. That's it.
I mean, I could see Mexico making the round of 16. I don't know if they draw England, maybe around. I don't need to go. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll cover that this weekend. Moving along, we got our biggest winners and losers of match week 2. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of storylines. I'm going to go first, and I'm going to go with goals being our winners. This has been so far the most goals scored in the group stage of a World Cup. We still have a match left for each team. Now, I do know that there are more nations, but it's been really exciting. I think the excitement, the on field excitement factor has been through the roof. I'm just taking over a lot of wins, if you couldn't tell at this point. We got just the stars showing up, right? All the stars showed up. Holland showed up. Messi showed up. Kane showed up the first week. Ronaldo showed up. Um, Mbappe showed up, right? So all the stars, all the scorers are showing up, and it's good. It's good to see. It's good for the sport. Um, yeah, so I got goals as my winner. I got a lot of it just the gameplay as my winner for the most part. Haven't been a lot of boring matches.
Yeah. I'll go off. I'll go off you, Ian, just because you kind of took one of mine. Mine was just the big name players.
Yeah.
Like you're really seeing these big known guys, like you said, Harry Kane, who's had 2 goals the first game, obviously blanked today. Erling Haaland's got 4. He's got four in his first 2 games. Kylian Mbappe's got 4 in his first 2 games. You have Lionel Messi, who has a hat trick and had 2 the other day. You can add Ronaldo onto the list today. Like you're getting a good vibe, like a good play from these players. And this is what everyone watches the World Cup for. Is those big name players like Messi? It's gonna be his last World Cup. Uh, Harry Kane, this could be his last World Cup. Ronaldo would be his last World Cup. And knowing they're showing up when it means the most so
Mhm.
far, it's just been good to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my first one I said I have for winners, the small nations. I
Mhm.
mean, there's been some very shocking draws and even wins in some of these. And I think it's just a big win for all. Like, who would have thought that Cape Verde or Verde, I don't know how you say it, they take Spain 0-0 and then they take Uruguay 2-2? Nobody expected that. Same thing with DR Congo. Like these little nations are really they're showing up. And this is why everybody was doubting the new World Cup format, saying you're letting in too many small countries. They're not going to do anything. They're proving that they can make some noise and make the World Cup fun. Like I personally enjoy watching these little nations do this.
That's a very good point because some of the games like these smaller countries are getting destroyed. But like you said, a lot of these smaller ones that we didn't think had a chance are actually getting draws. Some of them are getting those rare wins, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
All right, my second one is neutral. It's a little bit of mix of itself. Neutral fans, non-football fans, and the World Cup itself.
Mm.
I feel like I'm just making sure Ian's okay over there.
We're
Uh,
all right. All right.
I just feel like kind of going off your point, Merrick, like you said, moving it to 48 teams, everyone was really worried about it. And then everybody was kind of really actually worried about the World Cup being in the United States. But I just think it's been fun, enjoyable. Big teams
Yeah.
aren't cruising. We're seeing upsets, we're seeing draws, we're seeing blowouts, we're seeing messy groups. You're getting everything. It's
Mhm.
not just it's just not an obvious World Cup. And then you're getting football fans come to the United States. They're loving the atmosphere, the stadiums, the rituals we have here. You've seen them take over states. You've seen them take over stadiums, not even soccer stadiums, other sports. You've seen them go to restaurants enjoying free refills, the portion sizes of food. Like it's just been great for the World Cup itself.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And I don't know if you saw the ranch dressing, with
Yes.
folks trying to take the ranch dressing back to, whatever, home country, whatever country they call home, getting stopped by TSA. I mean, it's great. Yeah, I mean, you love to see it. I know there was a lot of speculation coming into the World Cup, but it's good to see that we didn't fuck it up. I was really afraid, if you remember the earlier episode, that we were going to fuck it up. I was terrified about that. Like
Yes,
pitches
you
getting
were.
fucked up, and we haven't. We haven't Americaned it yet. The prices are the only thing, but like that's not anything anybody can do anything about. Those are third market prices. So people set those prices themselves. Um, for me, I'm gonna go winner, and it's gonna be Norway. And they're gonna be coming up in my next segment because I think the way that they have been playing and the way that their fans have come out, I think they look brilliant. I would, and you'll see later, I wouldn't be surprised if they make a deep run. Really good to see. I think that whole entire squad is just, it has been a really cool storyline. You see the way their fans are showing up with the boat pole. Holland just, I mean, it's great, man. The kits are awesome. You see some of like the Norwegian names. Holland has Brute Holland on the back of his jersey, right? So really cool. They're keeping a lot of the tradition, and I just think I love their storyline. It looks like they're definitely going to make it through to the knockout stage on 6 points, and they're playing France in their next match. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch on Friday. Um, Friday at 3. So yeah,
That should
give
be a
me
good
Holland
game.
as a winner. Yeah, it should be a really good one.
I just loved watching them. I don't know if you got to see they took over the city and they literally just sat in New York City and there was a bunch
Oh yeah,
a bunch
yeah.
of people doing yoga and they're just
In
rowing the
Times
they're just
Square.
rowing the boat in Times Square. There's like thousands of them. Dude, it was so funny. But no. That's what you love to see though. That's what it's all about.
Exactly. And there's like a lot of people who don't understand like the World Cup and like what it is about. I have buddies who are like, "Oh, well, it only matters about winning." Like, no, not. I think we talked about it. No, that's not what this is about. It's about
Yeah.
spreading the game, right? It's about spreading the game, everybody getting together, having a good time. If you win, that's great, yes. But for a lot of these countries, they're not going to win. They know they're not going to win, but they're going to enjoy the hell out of it while they're here. Um,
Yeah.
so you love to see it.
Yeah, for my second winner, I think Coach White will like this one. I said USA
Coach
fans.
White. Oh no.
There's a lot of hope,
I like
which
that
is
one.
something that we haven't had
Hope's what
before.
kills you. Tell you that.
It is what kills you, but I mean, other World Cups, I would watch the USA play and I said, yeah, like we're gonna advance, but we're gonna get killed immediately. As soon as we get to round 16, we're getting killed. I feel like this is a year I could watch the US go into a round of 16 game, even a quarterfinal game if they get there and say, all right, there's a chance for them to pull this off. And I think that's something that USA fans haven't really had before. And I think it's refreshing and it's great to see, especially hosting this World Cup and this being the year that it's really all coming together for us.
Yeah, I kind of have like that's kind of my point of the third winner to me, but I just added Canada, Mexico, all three host nations,
Yeah.
all moving on to the knockout stage, part of the tournament. I would say for each team comfortably too. USA obviously won the group. Canada has a game against Switzerland coming up. I believe that's is that tomorrow. I think
Yes,
that may be tomorrow, and they just need a tie to get that
$3 o'clock tomorrow.
top spot, and then Mexico as well. They have been, but I don't want to say taking over because their games in Mexico have been crazy with all the fans. It's been a different vibe over there in Mexico at the Azteca and everything like that. But they've also been playing well, so I just think for all three host nations to make it, it's been good for them, good for the fans.
Yeah, sure. No, I 100% agree. It's good to see. Yeah, Canada, that was a great match the other day too. They whooped some ass.
Well, the one with
I'm
two
gonna
red
go.
cards.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the loser here. I'm going with Turkey. I
Are we
did
moving on?
say
Are we
it.
moving? Sorry, are we moving on to losers now?
Well, you can just filter them in as you go. Filter them in
I
as you
just,
please.
this guy didn't have another winner. That's why.
I didn't have
Turkey.
another winner.
You
I
do or
agree.
don't?
They were my first as well.
Yeah, I
Good
did not have
losers.
another winner. We were really positive about a lot of contenders. I'm bouncing over to my loser.
Merrick, did
Justin's
you have
more
another
positive
winner or no?
today.
Nah, really. I
Okay.
mean, my last
Okay.
winner was Messi fans, and I think that one sums itself up.
All right. I guess we're moving on to losers. Go ahead, Ian. Take charge.
Perfect. Loser, Turkey. Yeah, I did go on the record saying that they'd finish with 9 points.
Yep.
Well, they're at 0. They're going to be eliminated. It's written in stone. I think they got what, 1 goal on 63 shots or no goals on 63 shots
No
in
goals on
total this
63
tournament.
shots.
Yeah, no goals. That's brilliant stuff.
It's
Bunch of
unbelievable.
fucking losers. There's nothing else to say about that. I mean, bunch of losers, man. I don't know. The lot of you.
God, Merrick, I'll let you go.
My first loser, other than Turkey, I said everyone and everything associated with Tunisia. Why? Why are we still bringing them to the World Cup at this point? If there is one country that just literally shows up year after year to the World Cup to get thrashed, it's them. Why are they here? They get the midnight slate every time, and they get blown the fuck out every single game.
That's why they're on the
Fucking
midnight slate, so no
trash.
one has to
Yeah.
watch them.
So why are they here? Why everybody was complaining about Cape Verde or DR Congo? We didn't even complain about Tunisia. These guys suck. How
How
are
did
they
they?
here?
I'm actually looking back. I don't know how they qualified, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh no, they
They're
wow,
firing their
hold on.
coaches during the World Cup.
Yeah, they're
So this is
terrible.
how I will say that the teams they beat to qualify were not the strongest. Liberia, Malawi. Yeah. I mean, the teams that they played, they haven't won a match. They beat Haiti in a friendly in March, but before that, they hadn't won a match since December when they played Uganda. So they had gone, yeah, I mean, they've lost to Japan 4-0, Sweden 5-1. They lost 5-0 to Belgium in a friendly, Austria 1-0, drew Canada, beat Haiti, lost to Mali, lost to Tunisia, or drew with Tunisia, lost to Nigeria. Yes, I mean, I agree. I'm not really sure why they're there.
No, yeah, that's actually a very good shout.
Sorry, I went on a little bit of a 1 minute rant because I couldn't find them winning any matches. I couldn't
Matches, yeah.
find any statistics to disprove. Yeah, they stink.
Uh,
Yeah.
Sorry, fellas.
I don't want to repeat myself. It's kind of the same as a winner, but it's the opposite way is the easy draw narrative of a lot of these bigger countries who looked at their groups coming into the World Cup and probably said, "Hey, this is an easy route for us." And I'm
Mhm.
more talking about like Group G, H, and K, like looking at Uruguay, Belgium, Spain, and Portugal. Belgium tied Iran and Egypt. Probably didn't think that was going to happen. Uruguay tied Cape Verde and Saudi Arabia. We probably didn't see that coming. Spain tied Cape Verde. No one saw that coming. Portugal tying DR Congo. No one saw that coming. And these were games probably most teams circled on their calendar out. This is an easy win. We can play 45 minutes of football, then basically put a lot of our subs in.
Hmm.
But that's what I have for my first loser.
Okay. I got my second loser, and that's Miguel Amarin
Oh
getting
yeah,
sent off for covering his mouth while trash talking an opponent. Look, I mean, whether or not you agree with the rule, I do because I want to make sure everything is clean. Um, rule's a rule, man, and you knew that going in. You weren't supposed to do that, and you still did it. You put your squad in a really tough spot. I mean, luckily for him, they ended up winning, but now he's going to miss a really important match where it's do or die. Like a win could get them through to the next round, and he's arguably their. I mean, it's tough to argue it, but he's probably their best player. So it's going to be tough to do it without him. Just a really a mind lapse there. It's something you can't have that happen, right? Can't have that happen.
yeah, good man.
Yeah, for my second loser, I'm going to say South Africa and their fans. And why? Because they have to play this third game, which is a very meaningful game for them at this point, with the return of Sithole, also known as Shithole. This guy is terrible. You want to talk about a guy that's going to ruin the country for the second game in the World Cup? It's going to be Shithole. I promise you, they're going to put him back in this lineup for this third game, and he's going to get another red card, or he's just going to give the ball to the striker right in front of the net, and then South Africa's out the World Cup. So them and their fans are losers for because they have to watch this third game coming up with Shithole returning to the lineup.
I like it.
At first, I was like, "What the hell is he talking about?" And then it took me a second, and it just clicked.
I knew where he was going with it. Good for you. Yeah,
My
good old shithole, man.
my
Getting sent off against Mexico, really. Yeah, yikes.
my second loser is VAR. I just think VAR has been awful this year, not this year for the World Cup, and the way they're using it, just very inconsistent. Again, they're picking their moments when they want to use it and when they don't want to use it. And we've already talked about that Messi clip, and I'm not going to get into the Messi clip, but I know you didn't get to see the whole second half of the England game. The Ghana should have a penalty kick that they didn't even look. They didn't even look at
Shut up.
VAR. I'm
Shut
just
up.
saying. I'm
Don't
just
even
saying.
send me it. I'm not going to look at that either. Don't fucking try to send me anything else.
But
I
no,
don't want to
I
see.
just think it's like it's just weird how like to me like as obviously Premier League fans here like they use it very consistently. They're always looking at it, and now in the World Cup, it's just like with all the new rules they added, and now it's just like I feel like they don't
Yeah,
they
I
don't
said
want
it
to use
about
it
it.
at all.
I said it last episode too. The refereeing's been like sketch to say the least.
The
It's like
game
these guys are supposed to be the best in the world. Really? They don't look that. Just bring the Prem referees. Like they don't look. These referees aren't that good. They're missing a lot of calls. Like there's, yeah, I agree. I agree with the bar situation. I agree with the refereeing situation. I agree with it all.
No, the game that they just played, there was 38 fouls.
How many
38
cards? And that's the
38
thing. How many
fouls.
cards? Two? Maybe
There
three?
there was why is this taking so long to find?
I think there was only two or three. There definitely wasn't more than that. So at that case, like, there's got to be more cards. You can't have 38 fouls. Ugh.
I for some reason
I think
it's
it's
not
only two or
pulling up.
three.
It
But
was
yeah,
two. Declan Rice and
yeah, two.
Williams. Yeah, two.
Dude,
Yeah,
38 fouls, two cards. That's it. Either
yeah,
why are you calling so many fouls, or why aren't you giving some more cards? It's a lot of fouls.
yeah. So
I do not have any more winners or losers. Merrick, do you have any more losers on your end?
Yeah, I said Uruguay, and only because of the draw. And I could say the same for Spain, but my reasoning here is Spain was on the attack in that game,
Hmm.
and Cape Verde just sat back and defended for their lives. Their goalkeeper put on a show, and they got out of there 0-0. Uruguay scored two goals, two, and they also allowed two, which that's not good
It's not
playing
good.
at all. At
Two
all.
plus two, two and two, that's zero. So you don't want a zero goal
Uh,
differential. Means you're
exactly.
a loser. So I do
Yeah.
agree with that.
Losers.
Loser.
I got one more loser, and
Yeah.
his name is Alexi Lawless.
Yo, he's a loser. I do
No,
feel a bit bad for him because he's getting shit on.
yeah.
But
He
yeah, no,
is
he's a
he's
he's a
getting
loser, man. He's a loser.
yeah.
But like he's getting shit on just because he's him, and that's kind of sad.
I just love well USA fans, just fans in general, just don't like him speaking because half of the crap he just says is just bogus. But it's been so funny to watch him on the like the pre games and stuff like that in the post games, and he's just getting dirty looks
Roasted, man.
from Ibra
From
and
He's
it
getting
Terry.
cooked.
Yeah,
yeah
he's just getting cooked up there,
and the
man.
one
It's
I
bad.
don't know if you saw the one day he wasn't there, how excited they were that
Yes.
they didn't have to record with him that one day, but I had to
America, you're welcome.
exactly. So I had to put him on the losers list.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Anybody else? Winners, losers, anything?
Um,
All
Like,
right. Moving ahead, we have our last topic of the night, our power rankings. Top 10 teams as it stands right now in the World Cup. Justin, how do you want to do this, bud? Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
did you guys just want to go 10, 9, like each do a 10, and then each do a 9, and then go down that way?
yeah, I like that. I feel
You
like
want to
that'd
go
be fun.
reverse?
Yeah.
Yeah, go reverse. Not going to start with one. Feel like go down, and we don't have to give a huge explanation about it, but we can just go like that.
Okay.
And I will say my list may be a little bit different just because I don't, some of these teams are still playing right now or tonight, which does play a little bit factor, but these are our rankings going into match week 3, which kicks off tomorrow.
10 for Ian, the Netherlands.
My 10 is England.
Fuck right the fuck off. Explain yourself. Explain. No, explain. Explain. Just a little bit of an explanation is all I want. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little
How,
bit.
okay. How many minutes of good football have they played this tournament?
Okay. Next point. Go ahead. Just next
That's an
point.
honest point because you said they didn't look good
There it
the
is. It
first
is.
half
It
against
is.
Croatia.
Give me one more point, though. One more point.
I think there's 9 teams. Listen, this is power rankings after match week 2. There's 9 teams in this list who I think are playing better than them right now. They
If
can
the
go from
USA is on your top 10 list, I'm the
yeah,
podcast
you
is
can you
getting
can punch the screen. Go ahead, because they
fucking
are.
defunct. No,
Yes.
the Zoom subscription's getting canceled. Merrick, what's your 10?
My 10, I think this might be a shock. I actually have the US of A at my 10.
I like that
Go
one,
on.
Merrick. I like it there.
Ian, you put your hand on your face, but you're saying earlier you could see them possibly making it to the quarterfinals. If they make it to the quarterfinals, they're already in the top
No, I
8.
didn't. I said possibly round of 16.
I'm just saying, if they get to the round of 16, if they win that game, they're already there. They're already there.
Okay, fine. You have the US at 10. Fine. 9, I have Germany. Based off of what?
No, just continue.
Yeah,
I'm just go ahead. No, I'm
I gave
saying.
my rankings right now. Yeah, 9 is
Fine.
Germany. I got
Okay.
9 at Germany because I think even though they look great match 1, I don't think match 2 was necessarily too good. So right
Okay.
now in my power rankings of who's left, they're number 9.
Okay. My 9 is Portugal. Uh
See, I'm going after the first 2 weeks combined, not just the second week.
I am going off the first 2 weeks combined.
Oh wow, you're a harsh judge. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I am. Again, don't think they looked amazing game 1. I didn't think they looked bad game 2 today. They set a statement, but again, it's simple. I think there's 8 teams in my rankings that are better than them right now, Ian.
Okay, okay, fair enough.
Coach White, fully agree with you. Portugal.
See, this is a guy who knows stuff. This is why I was his coach. This is why he's one of my favorite players.
I do. I do.
It all clicks together over
I
here.
have Portugal at my 9. I have Portugal at my 9.
Okay.
Ian, who do you have at number 8?
Number 8. After today's show, and I'm going to go with England. It's like it's tough. It's tough to put them down there, but after today's showing, I think they are number 8. I think to me, they're that last team that makes that final 8, and I think they're probably going to be the ones that finish the worst out of it.
You see, Merrick, he definitely had him at 3, and then he heard me have him at 10. He had to switch his list. Uh,
Right.
my 8 is Morocco.
Okay.
For right now, I don't think we have to go much explanation. I think just they've looked good throughout the entire tournament so far.
Yeah.
Coach White, I'm interested to see how this goes because I have Morocco at my 8 too. Morocco's my 8. So
I like to see that again. Ian, what are you gonna do for us next? Are you gonna get on the train with us over here? Or are you just gonna keep the list going a different way?
At 7,
Who do you have at 7?
I'm going to go with Colombia at 7. I think they're a very solid team. We haven't seen them play their second match yet. They're playing tonight against DR
Yes.
Congo. I think because they've only played one match, we forget about them a little bit. That they're still there and they're still a. I think they're going to be a big boy this tournament. So let's not forget
No.
about them. I don't know if you
Yeah.
forgot about them. I didn't forget about them. I
No.
got them at 7.
I agree with you. The only reason I didn't put them on my list is just because of that second game. If
Right.
they come out tonight and they look good, which they look good in the first game, they would 100% be in my top 10 list. But just because they played one game, it's hard for me to just throw them into it. But my 7 is the United States of America. Look good both games. Kicking ass. That's all I got to say about them. They're 7.
Like in the world right now, you think they're number 7?
In my power rankings, yes, I do.
Okay. Merrick, what do you got for seven?
At seven, I have England. I had
Respectable,
England.
man.
I had England way higher actually until the game took place,
Today
and
was
then my
bad. Today
yeah
was
my
bad.
list shifted. I had England up as high as my three, and then today happened.
Today happened. Yeah, we can't forget today happened. At six is where I'm going to go with Morocco
That's fair. Like good spot for him.
for all the same things that you guys said, for all the things that we've been waxing poetic about them. I think they're just so good defensively. I think that team, they could score a bit too. Yeah, Morocco at six for me.
6. All right. Probably not gonna like this one. I have Japan at 6. I talked to him before. I know you guys both said the pretenders. I said contenders. I just don't see many weaknesses on that team right now.
In the
And
world.
yes, in the world right now. This is timeout. When you say world, this is my power rankings going into match week 3. This doesn't get the hell out of here. 6, Japan. And
Merrick,
if they weren't named Japan, they'd be getting a lot more respect, and they'd probably be at my 3 spot.
like
At
if
my
they're a
six,
European team, I see what you're saying. It's hard to not agree with that because usually the European teams are the overhyped ones. I see what you're saying.
I have Brazil.
Yeah, I could see that. I got them at my five. I'll get
Yeah,
right into them. I could piggyback off of them too, but I think we had said it before. They're there, but now Rafinha's hurt. Maybe they're not there, and maybe they're not going to come through when it really matters, right? So I think a five spot is still good for them. We're showing them respect, but man, 6'5",
That's
six
fair.
seven, just your five.
I don't have Brazil on my list at all. My 5 is the Orange Army, Netherlands.
Okay.
But I feel like one bad game, like a chaotic game, I can put them right off my list. Again, I talked to them about before. They when they're in sync, they're very good, but depending what team you get from them.
Sure.
yeah. And my five, I feel like this is gonna be a shock. Probably very high. Norway is my five. I think they're a red hot team at the moment. Really?
I like that. Ian, do you have them at your 4? Or you have them higher?
I got him a bit higher.
Okay, got to go to your 4 then. Actually, let me just go because I'll go off him. I got Norway at 4 as well. I just think the 2 wins they've looked very good. And I know I came out with a clip a couple of weeks ago that I thought Holland was getting too much hype for the World Cup. Uh, but he's been showing up for Norway, and I just think the rest of the team they're clicking together. So they're my 4.
Yeah. So I realized I fucked up because I knew as soon as we were going to go from bottom to top, I was going to miss someone. I have five teams left and only four spots.
You did this last episode. You kicked someone out. So you kicking out?
Dude, because when we have to start doing the maths, it gets
What
tough.
what math is wrong? What math is hard here? Ian,
So here,
10,
here,
9.
so here's what we're gonna do, everybody. We're just gonna drop everybody down. And my five was actually Portugal.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. My five is actually Spain.
You just confused the shit out of everyone listening. Don't worry, I'm gonna be posting this later. We'll be okay.
So my five is Spain, and everybody else that I had said we're gonna drop down. So now my four, see where I'm going with this. It's Portugal. Four is Portugal.
Yeah.
I think that midfield, yes, I know they drew the first match. I'm looking at all inclusively. I'm not just looking at two matches. I'm looking at them as a whole. Maybe I'm looking at things a little differently than Justin is, but I got Portugal at four.
No, yeah. This is why we have rankings. Everyone's got their own opinion to it.
In my four, I have the Orange Army. I have Netherlands sitting at the four. I think their squad's good. I mean, it's the whole issue of they go up and they sit back. I think if they do what they did against Sweden, where they just keep the foot on the neck and just kind of keep pumping in goals, they could be fine. But at the same time, if they have that chaotic game, things could go south for them very quickly. But I think at the moment, they're definitely one of the top five teams in the World Cup.
Yeah,
I agree. My 4 is a little opposite. We went just vice versa here. I went Norway. Wait, no, sorry. I already said 4 in my Norway.
you
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
said 4 because I took
Yeah,
over you, Ian.
yeah,
That's why.
Yeah, I threw everything off. We're at three.
We're on 3. Okay, my bad. I have Germany. I
Okay.
think out of all teams, they have the
Wow.
most complete resume. 6 points, 9 goals scored, 2 conceded. and they're getting contributions all over the place.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. 3, I got France. So maybe a little low for you guys, but um, I mean, no real reason, but I just think my top 2 are just a little bit ahead of them right now. I think France's looks solid, but I think these other 2, in my mind, I think one's look great, and my other one, I think they look good, but I think they can really make a deep run.
Ian, I have a question for you. Do you still think France is going to combust because of Kylian Mbappe?
I still think they could. Like again, he's
That,
the
that was
only
that
one
was it.
scoring goals. Like I get 100. Like okay, so he's done it in 2 matches. As soon as he don't score, let's see what happens with the rest of them.
Nah, yeah. I just had to get that off my chest for you.
They could combust. It's not
That's,
too early. It's only been 2 matches.
I know. Go ahead, Merrick.
In my 3, I have Spain. I have them sitting at 3. I mean, that first game is the only reason I have them at 3. I would have had them top 2, but something about that first game just scared me a little bit. I know they weren't full strength, but I think they definitely have holes. They're not an unstoppable juggernaut like I think some people expected them to be coming into the World Cup. I just 3.
No, fair enough. Number 2, going with Norway.
I respect it.
Been impressed from what I've seen so far. And when you have an elite striker up top, but a guy like Holland, he could win knockout stages, or he could win some of those knockout stages himself. Give me
So,
Norway at 2.
so Ian, they're the second best team in the world right now.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
If you got USA at 7, bud, we got
No,
we got Norway at 2. That's
I,
respectable.
I was just asking.
Yeah,
M My 2 is Argentina. I think as a whole, there's nothing wrong with them. Again,
right.
Messi's been on fire, 2 clean sheets. They haven't conceded, like I just said. They're scoring goals. I just think there's one team that is still better than them. But I have Argentina as 2.
Hmm.
Same. Argentina's at my 2.
So,
I think with Messi on your squad, you're always going to be one of the best.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And that's why I have Argentina at 1. I
Yeah.
still think, and maybe it is just, I mean, he's looked incredible. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Guy's ageless. What he's able to do on the pitch is incredible, and they have a deep team behind him. Like people do for not football fans, but common fans without too much knowledge of the game. They think it's only Messi and that's all Argentina has. Like no, they do have other options there. If it's not him, it could be Lautaro, it could be Julian Alvarez, right? They do have other striking options and just other players available. So give me Argentina. They are my number 1.
my number 1 obviously is just France.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
I could see that.
I
Yeah,
just think overall as a team, I know they didn't look good in that first half against Senegal, but since that half, they've just been on together. Mbappe looks fine. Doesn't look like he's causing problems. Michael Olise's on fire. He's contributing in all ways. Dembele's been good. Scored his first goal the other day. I just don't see any weaknesses on that team.
Yeah. France is at my 1. I think the bigger concern will be outside of the World Cup. But Lise lands Madrid. It's going to be problems because him and Mbappe clearly work very well together.
I
So,
don't think he goes to Madrid. I don't think Bayern Munich's going to sell him.
yeah, I don't think so either. But I'm just,
Because
if
if
that
Bayern Munich
somehow,
want to take that, no, I've thought about it too. But if they want to take that step, like
yeah,
they're not going to find a better winger than Elise. You're going to sell him and replace him
yeah,
with what? Like,
exactly.
True.
I don't think it's going to happen, but just the possibility or thought of it would be pretty scary. I feel
it
like.
would be. I think I'm going to bring him back in, Justin. I couldn't do it. I think Real Madrid are going to go for Enzo. They're going to take
Yeah,
him from Chelsea.
they said they're going all out for him.
Really? Okay, so they will now take 2 Chelsea players. I had to bring Chelsea in. I don't think there's one podcast that goes by where Chelsea is not brought up
No.
by me.
Yeah, they said they're gonna go like all out for him, which is probably good for us if they're gonna
It
pay
better be.
him super much money.
Imagine
Yeah.
they give him like 150 million
So if you're going
dollars.
to throw in Chelsea, I gotta throw in the Premier League champions. Go Arsenal, baby! You already know how it is. Premier League champs.
You may have been our favorite guest on the show, and we're about 1 minute to ending this, and you may have just went down that list.
Never
Premier
fucking
League
coming
champs,
back, bud.
baby. Premier League champs.
Jeez, I might just clip
Flex.
everything you said out. Oh, we got to get somebody on this podcast that's not a fucking Arsenal fan. Oh, Madon. Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, that about does it, ladies and gentlemen, fellas. Anything that you want to leave our listeners with?
Appreciate you guys for having me on. I had a blast.
Yeah, absolutely. Merrick, thanks for joining us. Love to hear your insight. Hated to hear that you're an Arsenal fan. It was all going smooth sailing until then, but definitely love having you on. Would love to have you back on again. Justin, anything you want to close up with? All
No,
right.
yeah, same thing, Merrick. We definitely appreciate you coming onto the show. Again, it's just different, nice to hear insight from different football fans out in the world. But also followers, we do appreciate everything you've been doing. We have seen an increase in our views, our likes over on our Instagram and TikTok page. So we appreciate you guys staying tuned with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you as always. Keep up everything that you, well, keep listening. We really do appreciate it. We appreciate the support. If you want to jump on to one of the pods, just let Justin or I know. Drop us a comment, leave us a note. You could find all our socials in the description below. And from all of us over here at the Beyond a Ball podcast, until next time.